Perry.
Hi, I'm Gabby Deller, and my informational speech is going to be about the 7 animals that went extinct in 2019. So for an animal to be extinct, it has to be endangered first. This means that their population has decreased over time due to natural or causes by humans or anything. Of course, scientists, environmentalists try their hardest to keep this process from happening, but unfortunately, like with dinosaurs, it's bound to happen. So the 7 animals that went extinct in 2019 is the Samaritan rhino, the Chinese paddlefish, the Yangtze softshell turtle, the Indian cheetah, the Spix macaw, which is a bird, and the Catarina popfish, and the Indonesian China tiger. So the Samaritan rhino is the smallest out of all the rhino species. It originated in Malaysia, Indonesia, and it went extinct in November 19th. Scientists reported that it died from unknown cancers. This could have been from contaminated food, contaminated environment, or even contaminated healthcare. Those scientists and veterinarians try their best to give animals the best health care they can. This can be a very foreign thing to animals trying to live their natural process, so even though we think that we're doing our best to help the animal fight the cancer, it might just be making things worse. We also couldn't have realized if we contaminated their food with things that they don't usually eat or chemicals that they don't usually eat, which can damage their body. This is all happening from pollution, things like that, and just environment. There is actually less than 80 rhinos, Samaritan rhinos, on the entire planet, and they are bound to go extinct forever in 2021. The Chinese paddlefish is one of the largest freshwater fishes. It originated in Asia and it was declared extinct on December 2019. It was declared extinct because people were overfishing it and people were illegally fishing it also. It was a very valued fish in Asia. It was tasteful to them. They ate a lot of weird fishes, and they also sold it for very expensive prices. They used their skin and their very fatty tissues for various things. It was also killed from habit fragmentation. This means that their natural habitat in the water was destroyed either by pollution, humans, anything like that. And also it was endangered between 2005 and 2010, but then was declared extinct from scientists in 2019. So it did take a little bit for that animal to go extinct. The third animal is the Yangtze softshell turtle. It was declared extinct in April 2019, and there's only 3 of those turtles left to this day in the entire world. Those last 3 are held in captivity to hopefully make more and not let them go extinct, because we don't want that to happen to any animal. It was overfished and overbreeded, which caused really bad cancers in the animal, which really just wiped them out completely. People like to fish these because it was very rare to find a soft-shell turtle. People thought that often they would grow their shell, but they didn't, so people would catch them, hoping that they would grow a shell like a pet kind of thing in Asia, and it would just really kill them. The fourth one is the Indian cheetah. It went extinct in September of 2019. And its habit was desertified, and that means it was dried out by various causes: agriculture, industrialization, and heavy pesticides. So the cheetah lives in the natural wildlife. It doesn't really live on water, though it needs water. And through Asia, using all the land for agriculture, things like that, they had to use pesticides for their things, which often just contaminated the cheetah and killed the cheetahs. It also caused this desertification that was happening by agriculture and things, also caused the cheetah's food chain to be messed up, so littler animals that it would eat or prey off of became extinct, so that would decrease the amount of food it could eat. The fifth one is the Spix macaw. It is a bird from Brazil. The last sighting of any of these birds was in 2016, the last natural sighting. And then the remaining of the species is currently being held in captive. They have less than 10 birds in a sanctuary in Brazil. This species went extinct from industrialization and desertification of their environment too. So the birds lived in the wildlife, and as you know, wildlife is being cut down every day for agricultural reasons and things like that. Number 6 is the Katrina potfish. It was a freshwater fish from Mexico, and its habitat was destroyed due to water intoxication. So that's very common from these microplastics and pollution that's being put into the water. Unfortunately, the potfish was first to eat contaminated foods like that because it was a top feeding animal, so it was all the plastics rising on top, all the pollution that was freshly put in the water, it would go straight to the potfish and they would eat it, which is bad. The species was held in captivity in 2012 and went extinct in 2019. There's now less than 7 potfish in the entire world. Number 7 is the Indo-Chinese tiger. This originated in Asia, and there's only a handful left in Thailand. This tiger went extinct due to industrialization and agriculture of the wildlife that it used to live in. It also had a messed up food chain like the tiger, or like the cheetah, sorry. And unfortunately, we had held the last of them captive in order to keep them alive. So I got all the statistics from the worldwildlife.com. This was a huge internet source that got sources from all over the country and the world, from scientists, environmentalists, doctors, veterinarians that reported yearly and monthly updates on their animals and their environments for them. They also predicted that the world will lose 2/3 of its wildlife in 2020, so that's coming very soon, which is very bad. This will not only negatively affect animals that are already extinct or going extinct, but this is also going to affect human ecosystems. Our natural resources that we get are going to be affected by these things. It's just going to degrade everything. So in conclusion, you can help these animals not go extinct by recycling, not polluting, and using alternative natural resources.